Welcome back to Put You On. My name is Michael. I'm here with my dad.
Hey everyone, it's Mike.
And today we're listening to the 9th album by Lana Del Rey. It's called Did You Know That There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard?
Oh, wow.
Probably the longest album title of any album we've done on this channel. It's usually abbreviated when it's talked about because that's just way too much. It's like a full sentence. We did one other album of hers before, Norman effing Rockwell. Mm-hmm. And I told you that was Jack Antonoff that she worked with when we did it.
Okay.
So someone that's worked with a lot of producers that we've heard on the channel. Obviously Taylor, that being one of her main collaborators.
It's interesting how a lot of the artists, I guess it makes sense when they find a producer, that really brings out the best in them, or they really work well together. I never realized how important that was.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think in any of the classic, rock albums, groups, bands, musicians that I'm aware of had a particular producer that, worked across bands or artists. So I'd be very curious to go back and look at that, because it's so evident in a lot of the rap and even surprisingly in the pop.
Yeah.
How big, how important it is to hook up with the right one. I mean, even with what's her name, the newest one. Oh my God, how could I just forget it?
Chaperone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, how she waited and made sure she got the one she wanted, and what
that's
difference
she actively seeked out.
Yeah, what a difference it made.
So she's worked with him, a lot throughout her career. 16 tracks. There's a decent amount of collaborations on here.
9 albums is a good career.
Yeah, she's been doing it for a long time, and like a lot of artists we've done, has had a lot of different evolutions. Like from more
she seems to have
sounds
her niche group of fans who've been loyal, all along the way. Like whatever ups and downs she's had, they're a mainstay for her. So that's what keeps her, I think, very popular.
She has a super dedicated fan base.
Yes.
This is, I don't know if I'll say it's my favorite of hers, but it's very close to the album that I showed you the last time, which I showed you because that was my favorite of hers. I would put this pretty close up there with it, though.
Okay.
I don't know why, but for some reason, the lyrics don't pop up for this album, which they usually are on Spotify, which we've been doing.
Maybe she claimed them or something?
I don't know. I think it just doesn't happen for some albums on Spotify. Okay. But I don't know if
I don't think it's.
I'll give it a track or two and you see if
I'll be surprised. I'd be surprised.
She's usually pretty easy to understand. Yeah. The intro track 1 is called The Grants.
1, 2, ready. I'm gonna take mine with you with me. Mine. Say it again. Mine of you with me. Thank you. One more time. 1, 2, ready. I'm gonna take mine of you with me.
Is there a feature on this one?
Not credited.
Okay.
Take mine of you with me. I'm gonna take mine of you with me, like Rocky Mountain High, the way John Denver sings.
Very pretty. If you told me it was Beyonce, I would probably believe you.
Yeah, I mean, it's some sort of choir. I don't know. It's not listed in the credits.
So you say there's a chance for us? Should I do a dance for once? You're a family man, but I'm gonna take mountains too high to climb, so many rivers so long, but I'm doing the hard stuff, like Rocky Mountain High, the way Sean Denver sings, my sister's firstborn child. I'm gonna take that too with me. My grandmother's last smile, I'm gonna take that too with me. It's a beautiful life. Remember that too for me.
Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I forgot Jack was there, but then I remembered it when I heard the piano going. I'm sure that was him playing piano.
Yeah.
Very moving track to open an album with.
Yeah.
That feels like something that might have, you would expect to hear on most albums somewhere.
Right.
Before the end of the,
towards the end.
Yeah, but very close to the end of the first side, like
Yeah.
maybe, track 4 or something. But wow. It took me away. Like it's one of those songs. The lyrics, they're very pretty, very beautiful, very personal too. I felt like it could have been any set of lyrics. It's just the musicality of it, like really slowed me down. Took me. There's very few songs that make you, pay attention, note for note, word for word, and that's what that one did. It had, slowed my heart rate down.
Yeah.
Brought me someplace else.
It's so beautiful.
Very beautiful.
And then the title track is track number 2. So it's Did You
Right
Know
away.
That There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard?
Nice transition.
Oh, I guess I should let it transition.
Yeah, nothing too harsh, right? It went right from the last piano ding.
Did you know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? Mosaic ceilings, painted tiles on the wall.
Very unique voice she has.
I
Distinct.
can't help but feel somewhat like my body, mind, my soul. Handmade beauty sealed up by 2 man-made walls. And I'm like, when's it gonna be my turn? When's it gonna be my turn? Open me up, tell me you like it. Fuck me to death, love me until I love myself. There's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard.
Did she say fuck me to death?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was either that or bug me to death.
Ocean Boulevard. Barry Nelson has a song. His voice breaks at 2:05. Something about the way he says don't forget me makes me feel alive. I just wish I had a friend like him, someone to give me five. Running in my back, whispering in my ear, come on baby, you can thrive. But I can't. When's it gonna be my turn?
I could sing that one all day.
Open me up.
Oh my God. Ooh. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful music.
I know we talk about other artists being like so masterful with their hooks, but Lana's pretty high up there too. Like that, she just finds the most beautiful choruses and
yeah. I mean, phrases. I don't know what the symbolism is. I was trying to see how it placed in the song about the tunnel under the boulevard, but just, you know, in the beginning part about the, you know, sometimes you go down the subway and, you know, yeah, there's beautiful mosaics and could be a lot of art depending on, you know, what station you're at. And some tunnels, maybe they do that, like, you know, keep them clean. And, but this seems to be like a very, you know, little known thing. Maybe that's what it was about.
Yeah, I actually like that analysis a lot. Like something deeper underneath what is a pretty looking surface, which, you know, I don't want to divulge too much because we're so early in this album.
Okay.
But even there's little things in here like
a theme
about self-worth and stuff.
Okay.
Like the love me until I love myself.
Okay. Yeah. Very evident.
She tends to let on a little bit in this album about some more personal, darker things that she hasn't really disclosed before. Track 3 is called Sweet.
Boy, Jackie boy.
He's good.
Taught him piano.
Stars in my eyes, hiking up Griffith, thinking about who was said and what didn't get said in the Midwest. Wish I could tell you now. I wrote you a note, but I didn't send it, 'cause that's the best method the women here taught me about. What you don't really understand, I've got magic in my hand, stars in my eyes. I'm a different kind of woman. If you want some basic bitch, go to the Beverly Center and find her. I'm sweet.
It sounds like a church song to me, doesn't it?
Like,
it sounds like something you could hear, like the songs we used to sing in church.
Where we came from.
Yep.
Lately we've been making out a lot, not talking about the stuff that's at the
I mean, not the lyrics, but
no, like a hymn. It comes across as a hymn.
Yeah.
Do you wanna marry me? Do you wanna run marathons in Long Beach by the sea? I've got things to do like nothing at all. I wanna do them with you. If I'm not there, come to my house on Genesee.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, it feels like you're listening to an old soul, or a little reminiscent there for me of like Joni Mitchell. You know, very folky, folk ballad, sweet, innocent type of song. Just, you know, perfect title.
She has the voice of an angel.
Oh,
she
my
really
goodness.
does. It's like, it's so ethereal. Yeah, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like such a comforting, such a comforting voice. It's not, it's not harsh. It's not,
no, it's like it commands respect. Like, you know, you don't whoop and holler, you don't clap while she's singing. You just sit there in awe and let her perform and just feel it. Oof.
Beautiful song lyrics.
Very nice.
Yeah. Short and sweet too. 3-minute track, but
feels longer. I mean, it feels like like you said, you're very engaged from the very beginning.
Yeah.
She really hooks you.
Yeah. And I think this one will have you engaged for its 7-minute, 13-second runtime.
Whoa.
Which is called A&W.
Like the root beer?
Yeah, like the root beer. There's a couple meanings to it.
Okay.
But we'll get them. This was... So every year there's like the Spotify Wrapped. I think this was my number 4 song of the year, of last year. So my number 4 most played song. I absolutely love this song. And in the car, in headphones, it's a great experience.
A lot of pressure on me now.
I'm not saying you don't have to like it. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I played the shit out
All
of
right.
it. Yes, this is track 4. It's called A&W.
I haven't done a cartwheel since I was 9. I haven't seen my mother in a long, long time. I mean, look at me, look at the length of my hair, my face, the shape of my body. Do you really think I give a damn what I do after years of just hearing them talking? I say I live in Rosemead, really I'm at the Ramada. It doesn't really matter, doesn't really, really matter. Call him up, come into my bedroom, ended up we fuck on the hotel floor. It's not about having someone to love me anymore. This is the experience of being an American whore.
But when you edit this, you're going to have to like paste eyes on me or something.
It's hard to keep them open.
Who's going to want to watch me with my eyes closed up?
I was thinking the same thing for myself.
Forensic files wasn't on. If I told you that I was lame, do you really think that anybody would think I didn't ask for it? I didn't ask for it. Won't testify, I already fucked up my story. On top of this, so many other things you can't believe. Did you know a singer can still be looking like a side piece of 33? Gosh, I turned on the backbeat, puts the shower on while he calls me. Jimmy, Jimmy, cocoa, Jimmy, Jimmy, ride. Jimmy, Jimmy, cocoa, Jimmy, get me high. Love me if you love enough, you can be my light. Jimmy only love me when you wanna get high. Jimmy only love me when you wanna get high. Jimmy only love me when you wanna get high. Jimmy only love me when you wanna get high. Your mom called, I told her you're fucking up big time. Jimmy, if you leave the house, find me in a club. Your mom called, I told her you're fucking up big time. But I don't care, baby, I already lost my mind. If you leave up, find me in a club. Your mom called, I told her you're fucking up big time. Jimmy, Jimmy, cocoa, Jimmy, Jimmy, ride. Jimmy, Jimmy, cocoa, Jimmy, get me high. Love me if you love enough, you can be my light. Jimmy only love me when you wanna get high. Jimmy only love me when you wanna get high. Jimmy only love me when you wanna get high. Jimmy only love me when you wanna get high. Your mom called, I told her you're fucking up big time.
That's an experience, huh?
Dark, psycho thriller, sad.
Yeah.
What a range of emotions it brought out in me. Feels like a violation to listen that deeply and personally. It's almost like watching. It reminded me a lot of De Niro in Taxi Driver. You know, when the mind starts to totally especially that whole mirror stuff, like Green Goblin, and when you're looking in the mirror or on Boys with all the the personalities going on, and I like how she was talking about looking at her hair and her body in the mirror, and it's like having this
how do other people conversation, how do I perceive me
with that image in the mirror, and then just I don't know that I've heard anybody sing at so low and in a whisper and be so clear since Billie Eilish. To have it, I mean, it's almost it didn't even feel like a song. It just felt like she was talking to us, or us watching her talk to herself.
Yeah,
I mean,
that song is indescribable.
Takes a lot of. A lot of turns, and then and after it goes like super, like you feel yourself going through a black hole.
Yeah.
But then she pops out of it again, and you just see like this girl, getting high and being in a bad spot, and oh man,
that's I've listened to her for quite some time, and that was like, I remember like when the album first came out, like that everyone was talking about this song, and then it inspired me to go listen to it, and I was like, whoa. Also, it's like, it's one of those ones like, you get so much out of it listen after listen.
Yes, I bet.
And like that the bass is no justice in the headphones compared to like if you're in a car, that whole breakdown part, it's like shattering that bass tone.
Intentional.
But to match that with like her light, like whistling vocals is like, it's such a weird, like wild experience. Like,
and then it does have a little bit of a, psychedelic use of the notes and sound
reverse
for a little
vocals,
bit. Yeah,
piano.
all that.
What track a trip. 5 is called Judah Smith Interlude. See, now, you usually wouldn't put an interlude on the 5th track of an album, but after a track like that, it's kind of a fitting spot.
You need a breather.
To break. Yeah.
Do you understand what that means? It means quit lusting after your neighbor. That's a heck of a life.
That means I don't have to look anywhere. I just get the verse of the day. So I get to the verse of the day. Here's the verse of the day today in the Bible. Look at this.
Look at the splendor of your skies. Your creative genius glowing in the heavens. When I gaze at your moon and your stars, mounted like jewels in their setting, I know you are the fascinating artist who fashioned it all.
And you're not going to like this, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I've discovered my preaching is mostly about me.
Never heard anything like it.
Interesting to throw this spot of an album, especially such a long passage.
Yeah, I when you said interlude, I thought,
but
okay,
it's like
that's
5
going to be
minutes.
like just a clip of the preacher. But
Like for my listening experience, that tends to be a skip just because of the length. It's a very lengthy passage.
it feels like it would only be something you would need to listen to once in
the context
in the context of this album, or if you decided to go back to it at some point for some personal inspiration, where if it really meant something to you.
But clearly, it meant something to her.
I mean, it almost sounded like she was, had the tape recorder in her pocket and was just,
because you hear her
literally
giggles
there. And, you could hear some piano, you could hear babies in the back, like she's at the service and just, taping this.
We got track number 6, which is called Candy Necklace. And this is featuring John Baptiste, our boy.
Oh, nice. Also a very
religious,
soulful, detailed artist.
Sitting at the stoplight, northern town. I feel lucky drive somewhere out of range, I don't know where. White noise coming on in my brain, turns off for nothing. Rockefeller, my umbrella, God, I love you, baby. You've been acting pretty restless, dancing like the young and restless.
I wonder if it's John on the piano this time.
Yeah, I believe it is.
Must be.
Yeah.
Candy necklaces. You've been acting pretty reckless, dancing like the young and restless. And I'm obsessed with this. All his candy necklaces.
Also, that's cool. You and her vocals are a little all
Doesn't
sped
matter.
up. The piano
Music
keeps
is
up.
keeping it. Yeah, she's following the beat. She's following the music. Nice. Yeah, that's John Batiste.
Candy necklaces. Candy necklaces. Candy necklaces.
Candy necklaces. Candy necklaces.
I'm not surprised that John went for this or she went for John, because after watching his special, it's a lesson in patience for me to experience music like this, where it goes a little bit into that trance-like,
Yeah.
Zen-like stuff. But you still have the piano going dong,
Yeah.
dong,
And the melody.
dun, 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 dong. And he was all about that in the special when he was trying to make this perfect philharmonic, epic performance, and encouraged every single artist who was playing whatever instrument they were playing, even as they were building up. He didn't even know what he wanted it to be, but it just had to find something in yourself that's just like almost like, if I want you to hear something that has never been heard, but it's coming from me, and find that with your instrument and give it to me. And then he would listen and say, that's it. That for you, that's perfect. And not for him, just, like make me feel something. And that it's a lesson for me in listening to that feels like, okay, you can listen to music so many different ways, but if there was ever a moment where you have to treat it like looking at a painting, that would be it. I have a very low attention span.
Yeah. I think I do too.
So it's like you can look at a picture and say, okay, I get it. But I think we've both kind of through music learned to, and painting, you started doing.
Slow down a little bit.
Slow down, look at it, look at the big, see, there's more than just that initial hit of color and scene.
Yeah. And then track 7 is John Batiste Interlude.
I mean, I really want you to watch it, but there's a scene where I think I told you the power cuts out, and he just decides, and he just keeps like that. He'll 2 notes, and he was like back and forth, and he was in it. He was gone. Like he just went someplace else, and somebody had to interrupt him and say, "Power cuts out." Did I just say that backwards?
Yeah. Okay.
I did a Patrick.
Get it?
This is from the show. Man, this is like Pink Floyd stuff.
Yeah. And she misses a lot, or they miss a lot with the vocals, like
Repeating.
like
Yeah,
reverb
grabbing
them
the
and-
psychotic feel of like your
makes it feel so
insanity
weird.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's about as close as like to a Pink Floyd track that I've heard from a modern, never mind a modern singer, a modern woman.
Yeah,
I mean, geez.
Yeah, she's really. They're playing a lot with these
the repeated
and
stuff.
What I find it cool is like it's like these little personal moments of her life, these interludes, like her working with John, her being at the preaching service.
Yeah,
it's like. You're sort of looking in on these personal moments from
ups and downs,
from an interesting lens. Like
yes,
maybe it's a little blurry or distorted, or maybe
I had a good time at this thing, but then I was sad, and I went to the service and I felt uplifted, and it
stirs a lot of thoughts and of what maybe this is. What is she feeling, and why is it presented to us in this way? It's very fascinating. But like you said, it requires you to just see what is she.
You can't listen to this as a one-off and say, this is part of the album, part of the project.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Track 8 is called Kitsugi.
There's a certain point the body can't come back from. I was there for the third, 'cause I couldn't be there for the one who was closest to me. But I can't say I run when things get hard. It's just that I don't trust myself with my heart. But I've had to let it break a little more, 'cause they say that's what it's for. That's how the light shines in. That's how the light shines in. That's how the light gets in. And you think about who will be with you. And then there's Donahue. Daddy, I miss them. I'm in the mountains. I'm probably running away from the feelings I get when I think all the things about them. Daddy, I miss them. I'm at the Roadrunner Cafe. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in. But Daddy, I miss them. I'm at the Roadrunner Cafe, probably running away from the feelings today in the snow-capped mountains of the desert. Daddy, I miss them. To some other folks on the night, I try to hide, but that's okay till the light gets in. It's how the light gets in. It's how the light gets in.
I don't know what to say, Mike.
Me neither. It's so hard to commentate at all during these. It's so hard, and I know we talk about this a lot. Like,
yeah,
I don't want to get like too like worried about it, but like I feel like we just sit in silence. But I genuinely feel that speaking over these songs is hard to make. Like I can't bring myself to interrupt.
No, I mean I've never heard. You know,
it's like nonstop.
I feel better for having heard this music. I don't want to miss what I'm hearing. I can't get over the arrangement, the vocals, the themes.
It's like a whole world every song. Like there's a feeling, there's a concept, there's a story that she's telling, and it's like I don't want to. You can't. And there's not really breaks. She's consistently.
No, I think it'd be. I mean, it feels for me. It feels disrespectful. If it's like if I was at a concert and I'm hearing this and someone said anything, I'd be like,
yeah,
you. I mean, it can so only be appreciated like in an intimate setting. It's just.
I'm pulling up the meaning of that word because I know she talks about it there and says about how it's a Japanese thing, but. I know the general concept. I just don't want to explain it wrong. I know it's something to do with art and pottery. I've heard of it. I've seen it before, but I'm sure there'll be a better explanation on Google. Kintsugi. Kintsugi is a century-old Japanese art form that involves repairing broken pottery with gold or silver powder.
Oh, I've heard of that.
The word kintsugi literally translates to gold seams or joining with gold, and the art highlights the repair rather than hiding the damage.
Yeah. I saw that on 60 Minutes one time.
So it's like
it almost becomes more valuable after it's broken.
Yeah,
which
a beautiful metaphor.
And that's how she says. That's how that's what a heart is meant to do because
once
that's how the light gets
in.
Yeah.
Track 9 is called Fingertips.
When I look back, tracing fingertips over plastic bags, thinking I wish I could extrapolate some small intention, or maybe just get your attention for a minute or two. Will I die, or will I get to that 10-year mark where I beat the extinction of telomeres? And if I do, will you be there with me? Father, sister, brother, Charlie, stop smoking. Caroline, will you be with me? Will the baby be alright? Will I have one of mine? Can I handle it even if I do?
Feels like a continuation of the Grants in a different way.
Yeah.
It's not fair, or so they said, to carry a child. I guess I'll be fine. It wasn't my idea, the cocktail of things that twist neurons inside. But without them I'd die. 'Cause baby, I ran through a time when I felt you were doing it. I couldn't handle it. I was in Monaco. I couldn't hear what they said on the telephone. I had to sing for the prince in 2 hours. Sat in the shower. Gave myself 2 seconds to cry. It's a shame that we died. When I was 15, naked next door neighbors did a drive-by. Pulled me up by my waist, long hair to the beachside. I wanted to go out like you, swim with the fishes that he caught on Rhode Island beaches. But sometimes it's just not your time, Caroline. Call me Aphrodite as they bow down to me. sunbather, moon chaser, queen of empathy. I give myself 2 seconds to breathe. Go back to being the serene queen. I just needed 2 seconds to be me.
Right in the gut.
Yeah, it's mixed emotions there. Angry that someone had to write that song, that they had to feel something like that to write that. But if it had to be done, she did it so forgivingly.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. I mean, you know, she's processing something in song that I think probably doesn't even get processed without a lot of work. So to give it to us to listen to is so, you know, we're so fortunate to hear something like that.
Yeah. You said at the beginning, like how, or I was saying how she kind of lets herself go.
Yeah, it's awful.
A way more exposed in this album, like of her.
Yeah, it starts out so innocent of, you know, tracing fingertips under a plastic bag. And I thought, oh, okay, this is just going to be a nice, you know, thing. And it, you know, it just wasn't. But it really exposes the innocence lost. And then, you know, sitting in the shower for 2 hours, you know, but giving yourself only 2 seconds to cry.
The 2 seconds, I like how that
repeats.
It
just kept and changing.
How it's like it would hit her like a wave, and then, you know, she would move on, and how it was never able to be a full, like you're saying, it doesn't even, this song is not even her fully processing everything, but it's explaining to you the process of what that's been like and what those feelings have been like. I love that whole verse of like saying like she wanted to escape out to sea and be one of the
die with the fishes.
Yeah. And then like
wasn't the right time. Yeah. But but then having this glimpse of like the family again and talking about them, you know, and then I lost that and just got angry that this happened to her.
As sad as not even the
right. It's a
very light statement.
Can't even begin to understand it.
But she somehow makes you feel
all the range of emotions.
Like obviously we can't.
Right.
Nothing's going to compare to what she felt, but we can get pretty close with what she gives us. Oof. Yeah. Track 10 called Paris, Texas, featuring SYML.
What time is it?
5:30. Okay. I'm going to look up the director because I had it before we started. Wim Wenders. Perfect days, not poor days.
With a suitcase in my hand, I had to leave. Knew they wouldn't understand. When you know, you know. When you know, you know. It's time to go.
Lady I worked with used to say that.
Oh, really?
When you're right, you're right. She was Mary Robinson. She was Irish. And if I told her something, she said, Michael, when you're right, you're right.
Just another beautiful.
Yeah,
I know I've used that word 100 times.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It more proof, I guess, like in opera. It's the closest thing I can compare it to. You might not have a beat or something to constantly nod your head to, and you may not even understand the words, right? But you can still appreciate the sentiment and the emotion. So if someone told you this was a song about a girl who, thought of suicide and, bounced back from it, and, if that's all you knew and then you just heard the words in another language, you'd still feel something.
Yeah.
I think, and if you don't, I mean, that's it's a shame. But I think when they say music is a universal language, it's not just a language, it's a universal feeling. It's like we were meant to, feel this way when we hear something like that.
Yeah. This song is called Grandfather, Please Stand on the Shoulders of My Father While He's Deep Sea Fishing.
Somebody else to make me beautiful, beautiful as they intended me to be, but they're wrong. I know they think that it took thousands of people to put me together again. An experiment, some big man behind the scenes. So I'm Frankenstein, black dreams into my song. But
another reference to putting the pieces back together.
Yeah,
like the kintsugi.
God, if you're near me, send me 3 white butterflies, or an owl to know you're listening. Sitting while I'm drinking. Grandfather, please stand on shoulders of my father while he's deep sea fishing for sharks in the Pacific. If I'm one of the last ones,
strings just take you away.
Her vocals are not quiet in this one, not whispered.
Yeah, I mean, we are quiet, but just think about all the songs so far. If you were in a certain mindset when you start listening to it, if let's say you're in a great mood, this has the effect of watering that down a little bit for you. But
if you're struggling,
oh man,
or
contemplative, or just feel like, oh, let me put some music on today,
it might really take something.
Yeah, this is a definitely a work of catharticism for her. It's very cathartic, in nature.
Yeah,
she this is a project that's
so
super personal,
so personal,
and super requires a certain, you have to suspend looking forward to a pop song or something here. This is, there should be like a warning label on this. Do not listen to, if you've had wine and you're feeling sad.
She gets labeled as sad girl music, which is like, you could see, like you're saying, if you're, if you want to get some emotions out, you could definitely, put this on and just let it,
and I guess being considered for album of the year, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like if it's almost like a book, you have this book that makes you feel a certain way and this book makes you feel, which one would you say is, yes, this one was super well written and had all these emotions, but I don't know, it's
I don't know where you're going.
I think people tend to want the happy endings.
I guess, yeah.
Right. So in an album comparison, they're like, well, this is like a niche project, whereas I guess Taylor's was
not as mainstream, radio
right.
friendly. So like I said, Father John Misty used to be a part of Fleet Foxes, and then
that's interesting. Yeah.
He went on to do his own solo career.
Huh.
This is track 12.
I guess he's a minister now.
I don't think so. I think that's just the name. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's just his artist name.
Oh. The instrumentation throughout the album is just stellar.
Yeah. This is actually the most streamed song on the album. This one.
Wow.
Wake you up at night, 1:45. I can never stop, wanna have fun. Don't be acting like I'm the kind of girl who can sleep. Every time you say you're gonna go, I just smile, 'cause babe, I already know. Let the light in at your back door, yelling 'cause I wanna come in. Ooh, turn your light on. Look at us, you and I, back at it again. You up around 1:45. Usually we got nothing to do. Let the light in.
Yeah, I think this is one of the few that
it's the most mainstream.
You could see someone picking this up,
sure,
as a single.
Oh yeah,
to it.
Yep,
out of context.
Absolutely.
Still beautiful sound.
Look at us, you and I, back at it again.
She fits so well into that folk sound so easily.
To love you. I hate you. Put the Beatles on, light the candles, go back to bed. 'Cause I want you. Look at us, you and me, back at it again.
Nice song.
Soaring arrangement.
Great duet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, gorgeous.
Nice. Very uplifting, very well written, very nice instrumentation, very easy to listen to.
Yeah, definitely I get why that has the most streams.
Yeah,
I guess like
if you had to pick one out of the whole album,
you could just play that casually.
Sure.
Whereas a lot of the other ones are more.
You have to have followed the whole project.
Yeah. Track 13 is called Margaret. This is featuring the Bleachers. So the Bleachers is Jack Antonoff's group. He has his own musical project called the Bleachers.
The band, like a band?
Yeah. Bleachers, actually, not the Bleachers. And it's called Margaret because his girlfriend, maybe now fiance, is the actor Margaret Qualley. I don't know if you know who that is.
This is a simple song, gonna write it for a friend. My shirt is inside out, I'm messy with the pen. He met Margaret on a rooftop. She was wearing white, and he was like, I might be in trouble. He had flashes of the good life. He was like, should I jump off this building now or do it on the double? 'Cause baby, if your love is in trouble, baby, if your love is in trouble, baby, if your love is in trouble, when you know, you know, when you know, you know, maybe tomorrow you'll know. I mean, join the party. By the way, the party's December 18. Alright, let's waltz this out, kids. 'Cause when you know, you know, when you're old, you're old. Look how you were in me, that diamond on your ring, the soul that you bring to the table.
Little love song.
Yeah, beautifully sung.
Yeah.
Not my favorite, a little bit long. I guess knowing that it was, personal to him.
Yeah.
And he did a feature. It was okay. I think you did it right. Yeah, little love ditty there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure she appreciated it, of course, but
yeah, it was. I mean, beautifully sung. I mean, her.
Yeah.
I would have liked the last half of her vocals. I would have liked a little bit more of that in the front half, and then maybe like a little shortened. And I think it would have been.
Yeah, it goes on
a little bit long.
Probably the least narrative driven, substance driven.
Yeah.
Track. Track 14 is called Fishtail. Oh God.
I wouldn't eat that. But I've done it in a car.
You wanted me sadder. You wanted me sadder. I like to watch them sway. You're so funny. I wish I could skinny dip inside your mind. Lately I've been thinking of
Skinny dip
inside your mind. That's pretty sexy.
Swinging in a nightgown underneath the old oak tree, almost Victorian with you. You can talk to me. Lately, I can see you wanted me sadder. You wanted me sadder.
Yeah, that's the thing about so far this whole album. Like, I've heard other artists where I would always say like it's like poetry.
Yeah.
This is not. This is like she's just.
You know, it's interesting
like
you bring that up because
these thoughts just coming out, and
that's been a express style of hers. Like she has said that a lot of times she goes into the studio to record for most of her music and just sings. Like just sings anything that's on her mind and
I mean it's great.
Lets it run.
Yeah, I find it
like how a rapper would freestyle. Like how,
I just find it that's not as easy with sing-songy.
Yeah,
right. It almost can come across like what's your theme here, like.
The first 808 too on the
right.
In any instrumentation.
I would say probably Fingertips was the last. Starting with Paris, Texas. It all kind of we're a little bit everywhere now.
A little bit.
Yeah, like I think we've gotten past the peeling back of the soul.
Yeah.
Don't you worry, say that you'll bring my head away.
A little more of a head nod to this one.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got things to say.
Yeah, that's more like of what I guess classic Lana would sound like.
Right.
It was more like of a the word vibe I don't like. But
I know what you mean.
But just like her voice sounds pretty. The beat is thumping.
Chill, very chill.
Yeah, not like a lot of the ones earlier in the record that are so epic and
makes
emotional.
You pay attention. And be quiet.
Yeah, that's more of like a just easy listen.
Absolutely.
Track.
Yeah.
Track 15 is called Peppers. all these food things pop up.
Peppers, fishtails,
mutton bark.
bark.
This is featuring Tommy Genesis. Tommy Genesis makes like very abstract experimental pop music. Like she's collaborated with JPEG Mafia before. Wow. I like her a lot. She makes very off kilter.
Tommy is
Tommy Genesis. She is a she.
Okay.
Yeah, this is track 15.
Hands on your knees, I'm Angelina Jolie. Hands on your knees, Angelina Jolie. Let me put
That's
my
her.
hands on your knees. You can braid my hair. Do a fat crisscross in the back somewhere. Me and my boyfriend listen to the Chili Peppers. We write hit songs without trying, like all the time, all the time.
Hit song without trying.
Take off all my clothes, dance naked for the neighbors. I'm like, fuck it, gonna give a show. I open up the blinds.
Lana vibe song.
Yeah.
So
I think
it
kind of
definitely
needed
back
to
half just
for the last few to kind of
freshen it up.
Yeah, because it gets very heavy towards the.
Oh, I mean, it really does.
Definitely more of an energy spark the last few here.
Setup's good, I don't have much to lose. I got a dog, I take
Wipe out. Sounds very Hawaiian. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this song had a lot of Tommy Genesis inspiration. Like I said, she's very experimental in her sounds.
I like it. It's like a treadmill workout song for sure. You wouldn't mind having that one go on while
a funny thing to have stuck in your head is
hands on your knees, Angelina Jolie.
It's like if someone heard you saying that, they say, "What?
Yeah,
what did you say?" Yeah, it's definitely a good sequencing of the album. At a certain point, you're right. It lightens up a little bit.
Right when I said it should come with
the back half lightens up.
Yeah.
Not even the back half, just the last like 4 songs.
No, I'd say probably right after Fingertips. I thought it picked up.
Yeah, I mean, these are still very personal.
They are, but they weren't as
heavy,
intense.
Yeah.
Maybe
but these last couple,
the father on the shoulders of the grandfather one. But
so we're on the final track, which is called Taco Truck.
Cool.
XVB. So VB is short for Venice Bitch, which was one of your favorite songs when we listened to Norman Rockwell.
Yeah.
There's a song called Venice Bitch, which is also long. I think that was like a 7-8 minute track.
Wow.
So it's called that because there's part of like an original demo of that song Venice Bitch in this track.
Wow.
Like a first recording of
Interesting.
it. So yeah, this is the closing track here.
So she's definitely a California girl.
Oh yeah.
Taco trucks,
Yeah.
Ocean Boulevard,
Yeah.
Wipeout.
Met my boyfriend down at Taco Truck. Pass me my vape, I'm feeling sick. I need to take a bite. That's why they call me Lanita. When I get down, I'm bonita.
I remember that.
Don't come find me in Reseda. I'll go crazy. Read my gold chain says Lanita. When I'm violent, it's Carlito's way.
Sounds like an old like Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Sample.
Yeah, it's cool. It definitely had two sides to it. It was like an A side and a B side for sure.
Yeah.
Everything emotional, raw, psychedelic, emotional side, and then just let's have fun.
A lot more experimentation. In the second half.
Definitely a tale of two Lanas.
Pretty epic album though. I mean,
oof. I would agree.
Lengthy. But packed with
a lot
of great tracks.
A ride for sure, a listening ride. I see why she put the credits. I think that's very clever to put all the credits right on the album because it feels like a lot was appreciated by her.
All the collaborations.
Given that it was very personal, she probably, that's not easy to work with people, and
that's true. Actually,
how do you
bring them into that
and get treated with respect and support? So I think that's really cool. She did that.
Yeah. So it shows John Batiste, Bleachers, Jack Antonoff, Tommy Genesis.
It meant a lot to her to do that, to put it right next to her picture. Yeah. You don't know when it was she came to terms with a lot of things. So maybe she was, hiding stuff, and maybe the music didn't feel, like it does now for her. So you might get the different Lana, younger.
But this had to have been a huge album for her, just the
my gosh,
emotions and thoughts that she revealed.
To hear it feels emotional, so to sing it and write it has got to be intense.
Yeah. This was another extremely highly requested.
Very much so, yeah.
Since we did that first Lana one, which is a while back now.
Any female artist, I think you have a video for. We have a video for this.
This album is right up there with some of our most highly anticipated.
Yeah.
So if you enjoyed, consider subscribing. We listen to a new album every single week. If you want to watch the uncut version, it's down on Patreon. You can join that for a couple $2 a month. But besides that, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week with a new album and a new video. Peace.